Hey, how's it going? So I thought about just doing a little channel update since we haven't really talked in a long time. I've occasionally posted some webcam stuff here via playing guitar or bass, but I thought I'd want to kind of adjust where this channel, the Zane YouTube channel, is going and where my content and focus and direction is going as a whole, going forward. For those of you that have subscribed to this channel from my old channel, Zane TV, appreciate you. Zane TV is no longer a channel at all, pretty much. I deleted it, along with a lot of my other random alt stuff that I barely even upload to. So now all that's left is this channel, Variety Factory, ID, and my new, kind of not new channel, Frostbite Fur. So, for those of you that don't know, my first persona was Frostbite Fur. I made him in 2018 when I was still in middle school. So, he turned 8 this past month, and yeah, that also marks how long I've been in the fandom. For a second, I thought I was in there for 10 years, but it's iffy because there was mentions of Frostbite. I don't know exactly when I made Frostbite, but I'm setting his birthday officially last month. Whenever I posted that post, I'll probably have a text here or something that says what it was. Anyways, I decided to revive that old channel, which did first come out in 2018. I used to do like phone hero videos that are since been privated, and I also uploaded a lot of my like first ever songs. So if you look back there, you can see like the really shitty old songs through Soundtrap. But we all start somewhere, and not every song you're gonna make is a banger, and there's plenty of them that were not. So yeah, I decided to revive that channel as more of like a VTuber, like a furry VTuber. I say VTuber even though I haven't even made my guy yet, my little like character, and it's probably more gonna be like a PNG tuber, but furry gaming streamer on the side, just because I wanna just give my Frostbite last hoorah. And I still game, so instead of just gaming for nothing, if I'm gonna game, I should stream it. So there's not really a consistent stream schedule, but if you go to twitch.tv/frostbitefair, that's gaming stuff. youtube.com/@frostbitefair, that's also gaming stuff. I'll also have it linked on the channel after I upload this video. Anyways, with the gaming content plugged and out of the way, I want to talk about the future of this channel. So I have some stuff written down here of things I want to touch on. Number one, I'm still going to be making music. That is the number one priority of this channel, but I want to bring in more vlog style videos. I've had a lot of stuff I've been doing this past few weeks, and I kind of want to share with you guys if possible. I've been taking a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, and sometimes it feels like there's not enough footage to make, its own standalone vlog, but I could totally do some like voiceover recap stuff like this, but I'm like talking, and then it cuts between like me and some like B-roll of like what I'm actually talking about when I do take videos or pictures. But yeah, I don't know. I'll work it out, and I want to know what you guys think of that when I post my next one, which should be tomorrow, the day after whenever this is posted. But yeah, also, I cleaned my room. I know it sounds like a silly thing to update you guys, but it's more than just like picking it up. I did 6-7, oh my god. I've been completely getting a bunch of stuff out. Mainly of that closet, and donating a lot of stuff, selling a lot of things, or just giving things to my friends. And I've been consolidating a lot of my stuff and getting new music and video related gear, lighting gear, getting a lot of my old lighting gear from my storage unit back here. I downsized my storage unit to half of the size of the one it used to be, which, funny story about that I'll be touching on later, but since it's a different part of the same storage facility, I've met 2 people since then that I would have never met if I still was in that bigger one. So I'll tell you the story about that in a second. But with that, I've been able to designate a space for me to be able to record stuff like this now, record guitar stuff. There's a few things I'm missing. I still have to set up my closet. I'm going to be transforming it into a vocal booth for narration and voice acting and singing. And then I have to get myself a audio interface, and that will help me be able to record and practice guitar more quietly without having to set up a mic in front of an amplifier and worry about loudness and making sure the mic isn't clipping and making sure that there's no extra echo because of the room and all that stuff. I don't have to worry about that if I just DI directly into my PC. So, nerd shit. But yeah, there's a few work in progress things related to my studio. Actually, if you look back there, that's that pole thing, that's the mic stand for the other mic I'm going to be putting in the closet. So yeah, I'm going to be doing more real life content on this channel. And if you are only subscribed to me for the music, you are welcome to try to follow me on other platforms that are purely music, like Spotify. I don't personally use Spotify. In fact, I'm kind of boycotting them as a consumer because they barely pay their artists, but a bunch of people use it. So I put my music out on there. Apple Music, Deezer if you use that, SoundCloud. I gotta upload more of my stuff onto SoundCloud, like all of it, because there's only like a partial discography on there right now. But you know, everywhere where music's consumed, I'm on Amazon Music and all that. And speaking of that, I wanted to give you guys an update. There's a lot of remixes and random single releases on this channel that aren't anywhere else. So I want to start working with my distributor a little more closely to at least try to get some of those remixes on there, even if I have to do a cover of the vocals just to get them out on distribution legally, then I'll do that. But I want to try to get every single song that I've uploaded here. Maybe not the live performances, but I guess what I mean is like my Clarity remix, my Misery Business remix, which that one actually doesn't have vocals, so that might actually pass. That might be able to be uploaded as a like thing. I don't know. I have to figure that out. I want to try to get as much stuff as I can everywhere equally. There's also some actual releases of mine that aren't on certain platforms. Like there's some missing from Amazon and Apple Music, and I don't know why. So I have to look at that, make sure that's thing. I think it's Random Things. It's not Random Things. One of them's missing, and I gotta fix that. So basically, I want to make everything much more streamlined and consistent throughout all the places that I distribute my music. And that way, it's easier for you guys to find me and stream my music without having to jump from platform to platform just to find everything. This channel will be more IRL content than any of those other places because those places are obviously purely music stuff. So if you don't really care to see any of the IRL stuff, because I'll probably be doing that more often than I do music videos, to be honest. Some of the music videos might integrate some of the vlog stuff, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Eventually, I'm going to try to make like a link tree that links to all of my like artist profiles, if possible. Also, speaking of music and distribution, my next album, I just want to warn you guys, I guess, that my next album is going to be kind of a big shift. Most of this time I've been making electronic music, all of it. I mean, the only times I've really been not doing that is when I do covers and stuff on YouTube, or like bass covers or practice. And that's been more recent still. So I'm going to start making original music that has to do with organic instruments, I guess. I don't know if that's the right term, because the bass is electric, my guitar is electric, and it's going through an electrically powered microphone. But what I mean is not just synth producing, copying and pasting kicks and drums and purely DAW work. It's going to be some instruments I'm actually playing. I might sing on some and all that. So I've been working on that. And that's going to be a thing. There's still going to be some electronic elements, but that's all I'll spoil for now in terms of the next project. And that won't be coming out for at least another year, to be honest. There's going to be some singles in between there. I published a song on YouTube a few days ago called I Still Make Electronic Music, lol. But the titling scheme was very much based off of Glitch Cat and how they title a lot of their songs. But yeah. Basically, the next big project is going to be very different. Speaking of very different music I'm working on, I'm in a band called Ontix. All their socials will be linked in the description because we're on Instagram and YouTube, as far as I know. I think we have another profile, but it'll be all in the description. So, yeah. But I'm joined by my friend Nick and my friend Day, both IRL friends, very cool people. And we're like an indie rock band that does a lot of Lovejoy covers. We have a lot of different influences, and we're probably gonna do an album. Probably, I don't even know if we're gonna have some sort of release where we make original music. I don't know when it's gonna be. Like it's still very, very, very much up in the air in terms of original releases. We do plan to make some vlog type content on there related to purely the band, both on Instagram and YouTube in the meantime, as well as some Lovejoy cover tutorials and whatnot. We might do some discography tier list stuff too. So make sure to go subscribe to that channel and follow that band on Instagram. I'm super excited. Also, related to the band Ontix, we're going to be doing a live show. We're going to be headlining a live show in June. I have some limited information on that right now because we're still figuring out time, and we kind of have a date, but it's not fully locked in yet, but we're pretty sure. And we're hosting it and getting help through a venue near me. So more info on that in probably a following video where we get more of that stuff clarified. We're going to have at least one opening act, I can tell you that. But yeah, the goal is to have 2, but nothing's set in stone yet. But that's super exciting. Like, our band is headlining. But Nick and Day are moving out of state after that. So I will be remaining here where I live. So I will be probably just doing drum recordings on any original music virtually through the place I record drums, studio drums for. So I won't really be touring live after that with them, but you'll probably still hear my drumming on albums. Oh yeah, and other band related thing, I'm starting a band with Tiger Mink called Bingle. It's gonna be a more prog rocky band, very furry oriented though. We're gonna be writing a lot of things. Every member in the band is gonna be a furry. We have a lot of like candidates, I guess, for things. It's just that with a prog rock band, we have more pieces, like more parts that we want to be able to have designated people for. So it's a lot more coordination in that regard. But we're working on it, and I'll be updating you guys probably in another vlog recap video like this when more stuff comes to light for it. But yeah. And speaking of furries and music, I'm going to be gearing up to doing a furry meet, a monthly furry meet, or maybe even bi-monthly, as in once every 2 months, not twice a month. You know, why do they say bi-weekly is twice a month, like every other week? Yet bi-monthly is also twice a month. That makes no sense. It should be every other month then. It's weird. Anyways, every other month or possibly every month, depending, I'll be hosting a fur meet. That's the plan. I'm gearing up for that. It's going to be a music-oriented fur meet, and it's going to be super sick. I want to try to invite a bunch of artists, and even if you're not, like, if you don't know how to play an instrument or anything, you're totally welcome to come. More information will be on that, again, in a later video, because I don't want to, like, promise you guys anything, and then when the plans change, it's confusing. So once I get concrete dates and locations and information and stuff, I'll update you guys on that. I'll also be making probably a Telegram channel for it, inviting people that I meet locally to join that. But I'm super excited for that too. Also, when it comes to real life content, some of the stuff I plan to do is like, I want to do a studio tour of, once this is set up, I want to do some more scooter vlogs, because I've still been going out to the skate park, scootering, hitting tricks. I've been able to drop into much bigger ramps now. I still have to work on hitting jumps, and I think part of it is because I've been on slower wheels. Oh, speaking of that, my wheel blew out. I've been riding the shit out of my scooter so much that, like, the other week, my back wheel, like the outer coating of it, just kind of came off. So I couldn't ride it, and then I didn't have any spare wheels. So I finally got some. Actually, I haven't been able to buy proper wheels yet, but I was able to get a scooter from Walmart for like really cheap, and I like pulled it out of the box and wheeled it, and I'm like, that'll do for now. It's a shitty Razor scooter, but I'm gonna be using those wheels. I'll probably make a vlog replacing the wheels and rolling around on it just to see how it feels. So yeah, scooter vlogs. I also want to do some e-bike vlogs and like road trip kind of stuff as well, especially once the weather gets more consistently warmer. The thing I hate about living around here is it's like only tolerable for like less than a fourth of the year, and it's like genuinely annoying. Texas is like 50 degrees is cold. 50 degrees here in March was like a godsend, bro. It's warm. So it just sucks. But hopefully the weather will be more permanently warm soon. Oh, so to loop back about the story of meeting people at my storage unit. I practice drums at my storage unit because it's a place that I'm able to do it quietly, or I guess be loud without disturbing others, because drums aren't quiet, and I have an acoustic set, so I don't have to worry about like dynamics with an electric set or anything. I got like the real deal right there. So I go there every day to every other day depending on the weather. And there's a guy, he's the lot right next to me, not the lot, but the unit right next to me. He happened to be there, and he's like, "Oh, am I on your way?" And I'm like, "No, man, you're good." And then I just pulled up on my e-bike and went in there, and he's like, "Oh, what you got going on?" And like, I just talked to this guy, this stranger, about my drums, and then he said that he has a bunch of band connections and that he raps. His name was Vaughn, and actually I'll link his channel in the description because he sent me his channel, and I got his number. So shout out to Vaughn. I think it was 3D Vaughn was his name. I'll link his channel in the description. Super cool guy. Still got to listen to a lot more of his discography. He showed me some songs through his truck, and it was pretty cool. And then I met another guy a few days later who was a few units the other way. And it's crazy because like he complimented, he was like, I like your sweater. And I was wearing like an MCR sweater. He was like, I haven't seen one like that before. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got a hot topic. And then we started talking about that. And then I was like, he was playing music, like indie rock music. And I'm like, do you play any instruments by chance? I'm sorry if that's a weird topic change. He's like, yeah, actually I play guitar and me and my friend jam sometime. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. And keep in mind, he complimented me right as I was like packing up to leave. So I got my key back out and opened my storage unit, and I'm like, check it. He's like, oh, you got a kit in here? You practice here? And I'm like, yeah. So I played some stuff, got his number. So like, it's crazy because a few days before all that happened, I was sad. Kind of was thinking about how like the people of Ontix, Day and Nick are going to be moving, and I won't really be able to tour with them. And that's the part I love, is like playing live and playing with people in person. But Day told me something. He said, when one door closes, many others open. And as the Ontix door closes in terms of touring with them live, there's already 2 or 3 doors that just opened right here just within the next few days. And it's just like, it's funny how much can happen just by being able to talk to strangers and carry a conversation. I don't know, maybe some stuff will be coming up related to that. I have no idea. I literally just met those guys, and I'll probably be interacting with them more, hopefully. Oh yeah, I'm working on a soundtrack for a Minecraft map/game/linear storytelling type thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be releasing this as a game that everyone can play. I might have a few creator friends of mine record like their playthrough of it, because it's complicated because it's a server-based plugin thing. So it's not like a mod or anything. And so I don't really have like an easy way to distribute it. But if I find a way, then maybe. But worst case scenario, you'll just get a bunch of really cool playthroughs of it by people that are doing like Let's Plays. So, and they'll be all my friends. So that's going to be cool. It's a passion project of mine. I'll review more about that in the future once it's more finalized, but that's exciting. Also, I'm possibly working on a Motor City FurCon video for this past year. If you were subscribed to my Patreon at all, you would probably remember that I uploaded a video on MCFC 2024. It was like a very early demo intro video, and I never finished it. But I hope to implement that intro and some information about 2024 into this 2025 one, and it's going to be a lot more deeper like video about the furry fandom in general and how much it's positively affected my life. And I'm excited to publish that one. I'm still writing the script for that one, so it's taking a little bit. I don't usually write scripts. I usually just go off the dome like this. So but this is something that I like genuinely am super passionate about, and there's just been so many great experiences and things that this fandom has brought me. And most of my friends are furries, even IRL. So like it's just great. And there's a lot I want to talk about, so I want to write it down and keep it organized and make it impactful, I guess. And that's why I'm writing a script for this one. And speaking of Patreon, here's a quick plug. If you subscribe to my patreon.com/ZaneOak, there's exclusive videos, stems, and stuff that you get access to. I upload all of the stems to my songs going forward since Muck. There's some older remixes like a Ghost and stuff, my remake, and other stuff that I upload there in terms of stems. But also, I plan on uploading exclusive breakdowns of songs, me explaining my thought process and my creative process, and some exclusive longer cuts of vlogs and things. All that's going to go on the Patreon, so consider checking it out. And also, I'm going to be making a Bandcamp page. I meant to say that. And that's going to have all of my like waves or FLACs, depending on the release. They can download high quality. Just a brief plug. I don't know about physical media. People have told me that you can sell CDs through Bandcamp, but I'm not sure how that works and if it's like an upfront payment thing. So no promises on that yet, because I haven't even set it up as of recording this, but we'll find out together. So check it out. Maybe I do. I don't know. But with that, I want to say thank you to all my IRL friends who have helped me through this journey, and all the people I've met who have been super cool and, you know, helped me get all these cool experiences and have been just the highlight of this past year. Also, thank you to my dad who has supported me throughout all this, all my creative journey, and also being my number one merch customer. And then finally, thank you, the viewer, for being so patient with all these changes in my content, especially if you followed me from Fusion Girl to Zane TV to then this channel just being Zane, then all the other name changes and all the other types of content changes. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for supporting me, and thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the end, this is just peak. I'm so excited for what the channel is going to be doing in the future. Bye.